Alrighty then. Good morning, folks. I am kind of be right back as I get everything set up for this morning, but we will be going pretty much from now. I'm starting the server at the moment, so when you're ready, you can start jumping in. We've got 30 minutes of practice ahead of us. Then we'll be jumping into 15 minutes of quali, 45-minute race, 2 times over. That's how all of this is going to go down. So, like I said, the server is coming back online right now. So we'll be able to jump in very, very soon. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Lovely to see you. Now, please, no spoilers. No spoilers about the GT World Series. I haven't watched it yet. So please, no spoilers. I don't wanna hear what has happened at all. Because otherwise, yeah, there's no point in watching the bloody thing, is there? So yeah, just do me a favor, and don't tell me what the results are, please. Please. Okay, like I said, we're just going to keep it as short as possible, the stream, because I want my Saturday back. we had to move this to today because there was really no choice. Last night it just was not going to work. So hopefully we get some people in today, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit... Alrighty, here we go. Same passwords as usual, folks. But practice has now officially started. Practice has officially started now since I have joined the server. Session start in 2, 1. Alright, we're in. Cool, let me just jump over to the ACC area here, which is good. Excuse me. Gonna need more coffee. I'm gonna need a lot more coffee. So then we have the schedule on the side there, folks. So I think the time now on track is actually 2 o'clock, but it's going to rapidly become night time as soon as we... But it's actually, no, it's 9 p.m. now, so it's going to rapidly become nighttime, more and more nighttime as things go on. So this is a very, very at-night race. This is very much at night, just if you were wondering. This is what it's going to be like for race 2 of the Enduro series. Yeah, it'll be quite a tough one, I suspect. We're going to have to use our lights and all that sort of jazz. So it should be a good bit of fun. Where's my start button not working? That's weird. Ooh, change my settings. Oh, that was probably me. That all looks fine. Starter unassigned. What the fuck? Okay. L2 button. That's all good there. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Cycle light stages. What was the other one that I needed? I think that's probably alright, actually. Whoa! Why have all my settings gone? No! Ah, for goodness sake. That seems fine, that seems fine. Why is the steering lock there? The heck? $470, I think. Morning, Beaver. How's it going, dude?
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
How are you this morning, Beaver? The track is open, practice has started, folks. Yes, you need to get in. It turns out I can't skip it or do anything like that, so the session is now running, like all the sessions are now running, i.e. as soon as this is done, it'll jump into a qualifying session for 15 minutes and then we'll be racing, folks. So it is all happening right now. A bit dusty, actually. Dusty, eh? The dust storm coming through, or just windy?
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Yes, we'll see you on track indeed, mate. We'll see you on track indeed. It's going to be very weird at night, but we'll see how it goes. Bit of lag this morning, eh, Gabby? That's not good. That's not good. Aussie Pride Gamer, good morning, mate. Good morning. And good morning, Gav. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. What's really going to be interesting to see is how, because the track temp is different, obviously, guys. So this is not practice conditions, so your setups will probably need a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, Gav Techie, Aussie Pride, and the Beaver. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. It might also be that this server just restarted, so might be why we're getting a little bit of server lag. A little bit wide there, a little bit wide. Yeah, that would have been actually a decent lap. 33.4. Oh. Thanks for that, Gav. Thanks for that. I'll just go back to the pits then. If you're slow out of the pits, man, just don't be on the racing line, dude. Please, crikey. Just got to be aware of what's behind you. There's no ghosting or flag rules, so if you end up with someone who's on a push lap behind you, you just need to pull over to the side out of the racing line. Otherwise, it just gets a bit messy. That's all good. It's all good, Gav. It's all good. Shit happens. Shit happens. I tried to go on the inside. I tried to go down the inside of you, but yeah, you were turning in already. I was like, okay. Shit happens. Shit happens. Actually, speaking of which, what views is everyone using in ACC? Ooh, that's getting very late. Oh, you use the same one as this one? Yeah, nice. It's going to be really hard to look, because I was thinking like, oh, you could just look in the rear mirror. But actually looking in the rear mirror, it's pretty dark, I've got to be honest. Once the lights come on for the cars, it'll be better. Speaking of which, are my lights even on? I bet they are. I'm pretty sure the first qualifying will be dark enough. It'll be dark enough that we all need to, like, we'll be forced to use our lights, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck was that? I need to do some more on my controls, because... yeah, it's the cross button, and yes, when I hit cross, it doesn't do jack shit. If we do that, that might. At least that way I'll be able to do that. I have some coffee. Oh, nice. So I know we've got Namers joining a little bit late. He'll be joining just before the qualifying. If he misses out on qualifying, he'll probably miss out on race one. Don't know when we're going to have revs, but it'll be nice to have 4 or 5 people in for the test. So. You're just in survival mode. Absolutely, Beaver, yeah. I think one of the keys to this is going to be how do you survive it. I just want to have some fun and get the test done so that we know what we're in for. No, you got to stop doing that. Oh man. Doing ACC on the morning, that is one tough ask, I have to admit. A little bit too fast through there.
There's a slow car ahead.
Fucking hell, that start of that curb is so evil. Right, so I've identified a problem. Just a little tip, make sure that you're, after 3 or 4 laps, that you can get the tire pressures up to 27 still. You will probably need to add a little bit of extra PSI because it is nighttime. So it's nighttime, it's a cooler track. Your tires won't get up to pressure quite as quickly or quite as much. Ciao, Michelle. How's it going? I didn't see your stream come up live last night, so wasn't able to jump on. But how are you this morning? Kung Fu Panda, I appreciate the comparison. Skidoosh. All right, 10 more minutes of practice, folks. Oh, bloody hell. The tire temps are screwing with me now. Just got to see if we can get them up to 27.5 in the evening. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I actually prefer this game. I've got to be honest with you. I love GT7 to bits, don't get me wrong, but I actually prefer this game. I find it much more challenging. It's much more technical and much more realistic because I've been to these GT3 car races in real life, and this game does a much better job of the GT3. And yeah, it's a pretty serious game. I agree with that. You're gonna make it? Nice, dude. Good.
Yellow flag is active.
Remember, everyone's welcome to join in. We do have only 6 slots in the server, unfortunately, so. Yeah, just do a quick, just change your tire pressures to be a little bit higher. Namers, that's all you have to really do. Don't worry too much, like it's just a practice, it's not about results. Like guys, like I need to stress this. Today is not about results. I don't care who wins or loses, I don't care who comes in first, last, second, who cares? Doesn't matter. Let's have clean, good racing, and this is to test the server settings, all right? So my focus is not on driving fast and racing with you guys. I focus on seeing how the server is gonna handle what we're about to do with it. So that's the key for me today. Just want you guys to bear that in mind. Michelle, you said you play at Assetto Corsa. Do you play Assetto Corsa Competizione at all? There was some lag there as Namers joined. Still got a good lap. By the way, I can't hear you guys if you are on chat. I've got the controller mic is muted, so. You just want to finish? Yeah, I just want to finish as well. Sorry, I'm on a cooldown. You go. Sorry about that, Beaver. My bad. Yeah, I haven't played it in 4-ish days, so. Yeah, we're all just getting used to it again. No, like I said, Navis, I don't care about pace, man. It's not about that today. Today is about server settings. Did we enjoy the race format? Did we not? I don't give a shit about how fast anyone is or what position you come. This is about you guys getting a feel for these race settings. Do these race settings work for you? Were they fun? Did they create good racing conditions? That's what I want to know. I don't give a shit about where we finish, all right? So just focus on those things, please, guys. That's going to make the test valid, all right? I want your feedback, but you have to be thinking about what that feedback's going to be, please. Otherwise, there's no point doing a test. Otherwise, and it'll just be what I think about it, and I'll probably be like, it's alright. So, yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, I just need you guys to just keep an eye on that, right? I want to know: is the server settings good? Is this good, clean race? Is this good, fun racing? Are these the right server settings for us, etc. Michelle, to move up from S, you must do 4 consecutive clean laps without incident. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I like ACC. It's just such a higher grade of driving required. How long? We have 2 races. They're 45 minutes each, but with a 15-minute qualifying before each of them. So we've got 5 minutes, then we'd be basically straight into a 15-minute qualifying, and then into a 45-minute race. Get behind another car and you do 4 laps without ever passing it, and the lights go up. Well, we're not worried about our trust settings and stuff like that just yet. Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! Block user on YouTube. Add a block list on there. Sorry about that, advertiser guys. I hate that. I hate that. Stop watching the stream, find love. My God. So I think we've done most of those consecutive 4-lap things already. At least for Zolder, because we've been driving this track for quite a while, but I'm still very new to this game at the end of the day, so... Thanks, Tech. Thanks, Tech. All right, 2 minutes.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, I'll reach out in a second, guys. Yeah, honestly, the tires are cold, much colder. Zero, yeah. 31.9. Right. Qualifying is about to start, folks. Right. Chat, sorry. Michelle, run a 20-minute race without overtaking, stay behind the cars, and when you pass the finish line, the lights turn green and stand up. Oh yeah, no, that sounds like a good fun. That sounds like good fun. Nice. Okay, qualifying has started. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying, then we've got the race. So on controller, it's either full send or fly. Yeah. The chicane is a nightmare, yeah. You have zero confidence in your car's rear end. Yeah, me too. Got no grip, to be honest, yeah. Make sure you crank up your tire pressures a bit. It does help just to keep them at a better temperature, but it's a night race, guys. This is going to be a gripless race. Probably not as much as I was expecting, but if it ends up being way too, like if you just look at now the track temperature, right? We're at 16 degrees track temperature right now. Because it's 10 p.m. now and it is dark out there. So again, like I said, it's not about the racing, it's not about your times, it's about how does this feel? Was it a good time of night to do it? Was, you know, blah 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 blah. I can technically make it a stinking hot night where we have plenty of track temperature. I've reduced it to be more realistic because at night you just don't have track temperature. So that's just an FYI, folks. I don't even know what the formation lap or anything is going to be like. Like, this is all completely brand new, folks. Wow, this is quite dark, isn't it? At least it'll be easier to see everyone else on track. Yeah, Michelle, I know. We've done a little bit of that on the PlayStation 5 version, but we're just doing the server today, so I won't be going to single player or doing anything there. But yeah, in order to get your like competition rating up, your safety rating, etc., doing the campaign at the start or the career, or just even single player mode really does help out with that. And then you can get up into the competition servers. But whoops.
Your lap time is invalidating.
Whoops.
Please try to stay on the track.
Yeah, thanks for that, engineer. All right, I'm going to focus up on getting some laps in, guys.
sector 2.
Unfortunate, I just didn't see myself get onto the grass on the right hand side there.
Well done, mate. That's all close.
Oh, 31.4, yes.
Says me, you're crossing close.
That is not a bad lap. That is not a bad lap.
And get ready, mate.
Damn it. Oh. Oh, don't do ACC in the morning like this. It's not a good idea. Oh. Oh, crikey. Sorry, folks. ACC is very intense. It's a very intense game, especially when you're trying to do like a push lap qualifying. I'm happy with a 31.4 for now, even though I could probably go a little bit faster than that. I'm fine with that. Crikey. Yeah, I'm quite glad that we decided to not run a 3-hour endurance race. That was going to be very, very difficult. I think the 45-minute races here, and doing 2 of them, I think that's a lot more fun. And it's a little bit easier to digest as well, right? Like a 45-minute race is not very long. It's half the length of what we've got, but that's right. Yeah, no, ACC is 100% realism, dude. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I love it. Light damage, severe damage. Your wheel gets locked in place if you damage your wheels. In fact, there are times you can't actually make it back to the pits because your car is too damaged. I love it, man. Michelle, ACC is probably my favorite driving game, sim racing game. I love GT7 to bits, but yeah, it's not nearly as realistic. Yeah, name is 0.1, but don't worry about the time, dude. Like, please don't stress about the time. It's about, do you enjoy the format? So don't think about your time, think about the format. I mean, look at Beaver. Look at Beaver. He's 3 seconds down. He doesn't care about his time. He's not pushing. I was doing the push there because I wanted to kind of get a feel for it. But honestly, dude, at the end of the day, like, just focus on. Everyone needs to focus on just, are we doing the right format? Is the time right? Do we need to increase track temperature? There's a ton of stuff to think about outside of our lap times. So for me, I'm just going to chill with that time. That's a good time. I'm happy with it. Not trying to push any further. And I'm now. I feel like I'm warmed up now. That's what I feel. And that's fair enough. Yeah, if you go fast to warm up, that makes sense actually. Excuse me. One thing that I'm noticing is that we don't have any wind at all. There's 0 kilometers wind, and I don't remember seeing a setting for that. So it's quite possible there is either no setting for it, or I have to like enable dynamic weather, which I don't want to do, not for a night race. Then stop and I'll wait for you with pasta carbonara. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Bit of bolognese or a bit of lasagna. That'd be nice. Yeah, a pit stop, a real pit stop. A pit stop, you drive the car in, right? And you stop it in pit, and they're doing all the work, and someone hands you a carbonara through the window, and you just start eating that through your helmet. Damn, that's fucking good, man. That's fucking good. Oh, tires are done. All right, put some fuel in there, mate. Damn, that's bloody tasty, man. Thank you for that. Fucking A. All right, let's go driving. That would be a funny, funny pit stop. That would be a very, very funny pit stop. At the end of the day, surviving this race is going to be what's key. That's going to be true whether it's the practice test lobby like it is now, or whether it's the official series. Surviving at night is going to be key. So that's kind of how I thought about it. Like race 2, Pro Series, race 1 is going to be survival, and same with the other Pro Series. It's endurance survival, whereas GT7 is endurance sprint. So just so you know how I'm splitting it up in my mind, the race 1 and race 3, the AM series in GT7, they're endurance sprints. That's the idea. They're longer, they're faster, and the truth is they're designed so you can recover a bit better. In this one, it is about survival. Race 2 and race 4, the Pro Series races in ACC, it is about surviving these races. So when we go to Spa in 3 weeks, it's in the wet. So you're going to have to focus on survival first, then focus on actually getting fast times, etc., etc. And that is qualifying over, folks. Alrighty. So I think we've got a 60-second wait until qualifying finishes, but then it'll jump us into the race. And yeah, let's just see how this goes, guys. Good luck. Enjoy. Have fun. It's our first ever race. First ever race that we're holding in ACC, so quite cool. Sorry, excuse me. Felt like you had decent pace, but it's so hard. Not good at night. Yeah, it's very tough at night. It's hard to see the track, and you have cold tires. So the car's going to be doing everything that you don't want it to do. Put a bit more fuel in. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know about the fuel at this point. I'm just doing whatever it is that we're getting given. I just don't even know. A bit of weight would help. That actually makes sense. You were 0.8 up on your current time. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's like getting into the 30s. It's definitely doable, even out here in the night. It's just about getting the tire temps up correctly. If you get the tire temps up properly, then is this gonna do something at some point? There we go. There we go. All right, session start. Sorry, I just need to make sure my setup is in
20
here.
seconds.
All right. Whose idea was this? I think it was Rev's, and he's not here today. All right.
Go in double file.
Remember, you guys need to start moving. You need to follow the start procedure.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Cold tires.
Car on the right.
Very cold tires.
Clear on the right.
Oh, namers, jeez. Brakes so early there. Still good, still good. You did some lobbies today in ACC. Is that in ACC, Michelle? Is that what you're talking about? You just cranked up the penalties, did you? That's unfortunate. Not sure if I quite understand you there, Michelle. My apologies. Stay more attached. Do you mean stay closer to him? I'm trying. He's quick. Davis is a quick dude. I have to admit, this is very difficult. This is very difficult in the night. I wonder if I haven't been braking hard enough, actually. Hold on. Ah, 30. I haven't seen the GD World Series yet, so if you're talking about the GD World Series, then no spoilers, please. Oh, World Cup. Ah, right. Was that the final, was it? Still group play, one more group match. Oh, I see, yeah. We're gonna have to refuel on this, aren't we? Yeah, no, we'll have to refuel for sure. Absolutely, Michelle. Yeah. Where'd you get 80 liters from? USA has their own destinies in their hands. They must win to move on, or it's relegation, yeah. Yo, morning Angus, how's it going, man? A bit close. No, we can still stay out. We're not losing one fuel per lap. We're losing about 0.7 or 0.8. So we've got a few more laps on us still. Box on a few laps. Thank you, Beaver.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Now fuel is getting low, so now we need to think about pitting now. So we're gonna box this lap.
Yellow flag is sector 1.
What's the happenings this morning, Angus? What are you up to, my bro? Could actually do one more lap. Come on, pit limiter. Thank you. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Change tires. Absolutely no. Fuel to add. We want more. Oh, actually, no. 80 liters. That probably makes sense, actually. No worries, Angus. All right. Let's get some fuel in there. Then hopefully that'll set us off. Just woke up, dude. Beaver, you're done? Beaver, what's the frustration, dude? What's the frustration? Because obviously there's something about this that's not quite working.
Come on, go, go. We've been given a stop and go penalty.
Oh, for speeding in the pit lane. 30 seconds. What the fuck? Holy shit. I earned 2 what?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, safety rating, right? It was at the start, when I went into the pits. I was definitely over going into the pits because I hit the pit limiter and then it somehow unclicked for some reason.
We've been given a stop and go.
Two laps remaining, is that what that means?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You started in the pit lane, what? So what, you didn't even get to do the start procedure, Beaver? What the hell? You're not supposed to start in the pit lane. Yeah, 2 laps remaining before I have to serve your penalty, yeah.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
12 seconds down at the first spit. What the fuck? Wait, so wait, hold on, Beaver. You got stuck in the.
Severe damage on the front of the car.
I'm too distracted with your. Sorry, Gav. Go. So Beaver, I'm confused, man. Can you explain this to me a little bit more clearly? Sorry. What's the problem? What is the? So you started in the pit lane, and then you ended up just 12 seconds down. Is that right? Yeah. None of us understand it correctly, mate. None of us understand it correctly. That's the truth. I don't know how to serve this penalty. I'm assuming it'll just take it off that controls lock thing. Did you change anything about your setup in terms of the PSI? Because it is cold. Like, it's cold. The track is cold. So you'd have to have adjusted a little bit on the setup, maybe. I don't know. That's really, really weird. I don't know why you're suddenly so off the pace. It's really weird. Started the race from the pits. What the hell? I mean, Beaver, you did set a lap time, right? In qualifying, yeah? And you did click drive, right? Like, you have to click drive to get back out on the track. It doesn't just automatically put you on track. You gotta hit the drive button, I think. But maybe it was that. I don't know. Michelle, we know it's not GD7. You don't need to say that. You don't need to say that. We're well aware of that. The confusing thing is why Beaver ended up starting from the pits. That's what we're wondering about. In terms of the repair, yeah, no, this is normal. Like, just like iRacing. In iRacing, you get screwed if you try to get back off the track with damage. Like, they'll just stop you for 5 minutes. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's not GD7. We're well aware of that. We've got the second race to try out. We might just try the start of that just to make sure, Beaver, you can actually get in track, because, I don't know, that's really, really weird. You shouldn't have been started from the pits. Yeah, that's very, very odd. Very, very odd. So how do I serve this penalty? Can I serve the penalty already? Oh, maybe you have to actually go into the pits. Oh, that's actually a little bit annoying. You have to go into the pit for a stop and go. So I can't just reset to the pits and then serve 30 seconds. Okay, that's a good thing to learn.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
So I'll go in the pits again. Let's just see if it gets rid of that stop go, which it should. But it's definitely very interesting to note, isn't it?
We're halfway through, not over yet.
You have to drive into the pits to serve a stop go. You can't just go through from the garage. No, Beaver, don't apologize, bro. Don't apologize. It was hardly you running out of talent. The game kind of screwed you over, put you in the pit. In terms of racing fast at night, I think there's a setup thing. You're going to have to do a little bit of changes to the setup, because your setup will be really finely tuned for that quite hot track, whereas it's quite cool tonight, so it's a little bit harder. But no, Beaver, don't apologize, mate. I'm just glad that you can come in and test some stuff. That's the most important thing. Like, I don't care about the results. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have to go in now. I don't care about the results today. Today I want to make sure that we get some testing in, so that when we do the settings for next week... Did I seriously just speed in the pit lane again? I think I did. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we're going to get rid of this penalty. I want to just test out all the systems. That's the most important thing. It's literally not about the race today. It's literally about testing everything. What works, what does not work. There we go. So now it says, you can see down the bottom left there, 30-second time penalty. So there we go. Oh yeah, absolutely, Beaver. Yeah, it is. It's hard to learn. It's, you know, when we're in the night. It's really is. Like, this is supposed to be really, really challenging. This is supposed to be the hardest stuff that we do. We might have just made it a little bit too hard. I think going to ACC on its own is hard enough, a challenge enough. You know, so Beaver, I'd love to have your thoughts in the Discord or a direct message, mate. Just tell me your thoughts about what we did tonight, what you might want to change, etc., etc. Even just things like, yay, penalty cleared, yay. Even if you just tell me what could have been better, what could have not worked, etc. Any feedback that you've got, Beaver, would be appreciated. Whoever that is, can you overtake me? Ready?
Faster cars approaching.
I'm just going slowly, Gav. I'm just going very slowly. Yeah, I just want to get some feedback now. That's all I really want, guys, because I feel like there's a few things that we need to look at changing potentially, I think. I mean, the night race is fun, but since we're still, I mean, maybe, look, I think Revs had a fantastic idea. This is why I decided to make this a night race, because it's actually a fantastic idea. Having one of the Pro Series be a night race, having one be a daytime race in the wet, great idea, but I don't think any of us are at the skill level yet to be dealing with this. We're all still learning the game just in general. So maybe what we should be doing is we should be going Zolder in the daytime at normal test, the time trial format temperatures in the day. That way we're not learning how to drive in the night on the cold tires at the same time as trying to learn Zolder and our cars. What do you guys think about that? Because I think that's kind of what I've noticed tonight is, you know, we've all got so much learning still to do in lots and lots of areas. There's lots of things we haven't experienced yet, so removing the number of things that are changing will probably end up helping out, and it'll create a bit more fun racing. In the next couple of seasons, we can move to doing night races and wet races, because we'll have more experience doing them. So once the skill level appropriately reaches the sort of requirements for that, then I think we're in a good space. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, exactly.
Faster car behind you.
Yeah, keep it simple. Sim races. There you go. I'm adjusting it slightly, Beaver. Keep it simple, sim racer.
Faster car coming behind you.
No. That's why we say sim racer instead of stupid. See you at Monza tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely, Beaver. Sounds good, dude. You have a good rest of your day, mate. Thanks for tuning in today. And like I said, if you can give me some thoughts for feedback, that would be fantastic on this race. That way we'll be prepared for the week after. We'll run some more test series races next week to make sure we're all prepared and feeling ready to do the race. But I think moving away from the night race is probably the right choice. But yes, Beaver, we'll see you tomorrow at Monza, mate. I'm going to set up a quick lobby after this so that people can save the settings for Monza tomorrow. So, double puncture. How did you manage that? How did you manage that? You know what the funny thing is? That means Techie Gav, dude, you're actually in the lead of the race right now. Go, Gavi. Wait, what? Did I just get another penalty? Did I just get a track? That's like a track limits penalty there. How long do you need to be in the pits for, neighbours? How long is that pit stop? Oh, I see. That was race control talking about car 188, which is Gav's car. Right, okay. Oh my goodness, I need to ban this person. Oh, my controller's down there. I should get some mods. I'm actually just going to stop here because I need to get rid of this guy. Hold on. These bloody people. You guys on Twitch wouldn't see that at all, but it's on YouTube. Just get a bunch of bots coming in. So annoying. $33? What do you mean by 33? Oh, don't do this. 30 seconds? Oh, yeah. Oh, Gabby, you hit the wall? Oh, no, bro. Oh, that sucks, dude. It's very, very easy to do it, isn't it? Gav, Techie, what do you think about the race so far, man? I want feedback from both you and Namers, and Beaver's going to send me some on Discord. I think we're going to have quite a few good lessons to learn from this race, because there's already a few things that I would definitely change. That is super unlucky, Gav. Oh yes, that's how you take that corner. Spawn eventually there. Yo, Angus, nice dude. You feeling a little bit more awake now, bro? Nice, nice. When are you next streaming, Angus? Today, nice dude. B3, pushing for RIF 120. Nice, bro. I still don't have a lot of context on whether that's good or not, but it sounds really impressive to me. So, congrats. Nice. Random cone in the middle of the road. Nice, leader on final lap. Well, this is my final lap anyway. Okay. So 120 is where you sort of start getting into the rank stuff. And where 150 is sort of like what you need to be at. Yeah, that makes sense. That would be my final lap, but okay, apparently not. Final lap, the number of laps determined by the leader, and then everyone else has to complete that number of laps. So it's not like GD7. It's not like GD7 where you just get finished. You got to go and do your lap. Oh, Keki Gav. Yeah, 150 is when you can qualify for ranking. Oh, I see. Right, so 120 you don't get a rank, but you get to start the sort of grind towards getting a rank at 150. Oh, you ran out of fuel on the last lap, Gav. Oh, no, bro. That's super unlucky. That is super unlucky. GG, namers. GG, Gav. GG, Beaver. Good stuff. Oh, look at the fireworks. How cool is this? Look at this. Look at the fireworks. How cool is this? All the smoke bombs. Bro, the Orange Army going off, man. That's beautiful. Yo.
Excellent job, mate. P3, you're on the podium.
Yo, my SA's going up by heaps. That was great. That really helped the trust and the safety rating and all that sort of jazz. Nah, it's kind of like the trail run kind of thing. Oh, okay. I'm just driving back to the pits now. That was fun. I agree, Gav. It was fun, but the night was difficult. Yeah, I agreed on that. I think we've got too many people that are still learning too much about the game to start doing the night yet. Yo. Formation to the end, bro. Formation to the end, namers. Hell yeah, dude. G to the G, bruh. G to the G. We, donuts? Let's go to the start-finish line. Start-finish line, let's do donuts. Oh no, maybe it'll kick us out. Okay, fuck it. Donuts here, donuts here. I've got to unlock the traction control here and get rid of the ABS setting. All right, hold on, let me get a good one started here. Oh, sorry. Hey. My bad. Yeah, agreed, Gavi. So, Gav, Tech, namers, I really want some feedback from you guys. Let's go back to the pits now. Let's go back to the pits. That was awesome, though. That was awesome. Good donuts, namers. Good donuts. But yeah, Techie Gav, Beaver, and namers, I really want your guys' feedback. Oh, it just took us out because it's qualifying too. So, folks, I don't think we're going to do the second race, guys. We're not going to like officially do the second race, okay? I think we learned enough from that first race to figure it all out. And frankly, 2 45-minute races, damn, that's tough. That's tough. So I think it's appropriate for the Pro Series, but I think for this morning, I think we might just skip out on the second race. Mainly because there's 3 of us, and I think we've already got the feedback that we need. Noted, do not drive at night with 20 PSI. Yes. Good idea. Legitimately good idea. Yeah. Yeah, you do, yeah. Because, I mean, look, that's the thing with, you know, it's trade-off, right? The lower the PSI, the more grip you're going to actually have, but you're going to destroy the tires doing it because they'll be flat on the ground. You had 2 punctures. Yeah, dude. I think, yeah, Gavi, I think that's what we're going to have to do. It's just too much to absorb. It's just too, like, I'm exhausted after that. That's only 1 45-minute race. I'm exhausted after that just because of the sheer amount of thinking about the tires and the conditions and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's just a little bit too much. So I think we're going to go to dry daytime. Just the same track conditions as we have at our normal Zolder. And I think that'll be the way that we do it. Nearly lost it when the rear tire blew out. You did a 31.0. Nice, dude. 31 flat's good out here. I think I was close to doing that as well. I had a 31.4, I think I did. But I had to pit twice because of that pit lane speeding thing. And admittedly, look at the amount of fuel that I ended up with. I was still had 20 laps of fuel. So I screwed up the amount of fuel. I had 4 times the amount of fuel that I needed after the first pit stop. Pit stops, penalties, yeah, Gav, exactly. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff that we're not even used to yet. So, no, we're gonna roll back on how this all works, and yeah, I'll let you all know in the Discord as well how that's all gonna pan out. Namers, I told you were gonna have good pace, man. You know, you keep doing this. Oh, I'm not gonna be good. I'm not gonna be good. You're good, man. You just gotta start fucking believing it for once. Seriously. It was a good race. We had the first couple of laps was fun. If I just didn't go off on that first corner, which I was a bit lucky that I actually held it at all. Sorry, let me ban this other bot. Block user on YouTube. Fuck off. No, I'm not calling you Neo. I'm not calling you Neo. I'm saying you had good pace. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that you shouldn't have been surprised. Neo should have been surprised because the difference between him before and after being the one is quite big. The difference between you thinking you're not fast and then ending up fast, you shouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying you shouldn't be surprised. You know, you're a fast dude. You slowly extended your lead. Yeah, exactly. No, it was just the consistent driving, and then I made way too many mistakes during the race, which actually, to be honest, I'm actually very glad I made those mistakes. The main reason, because at the end of the day, this needed to be a test. So I'm glad I got a pit lane penalty. I'm glad I had to pit twice. I'm glad that I ran off track a number of times. That all led to, I mean, I was sat in the pits for 2.5 minutes, or nearly 3 minutes. So, yeah, like I said, I think we learned what we needed to learn from that. So that's the most important thing. The pit stop failures follow you in ACC as well. Well, good, because I had like a 3.5-minute pit stop, and I managed to get back within sort of 45 seconds of you at the lead. So whether that was due to your double puncture, it probably was, mostly, wasn't it? But no, I mean, like the pit stop failure followed. I was the one with the pit stop failure. Why? Because I sped in the pit lane, got a legit penalty. Then I had to. Then I had a crash. I reset to garage, but resetting to garage doesn't actually activate the pit lane penalty for 30 seconds. So that's quite important to note. If you're out on track and it says, "Oh, you got 1 lap to serve your penalty," you need to come in that lap, and I mean drive into the pits, because you can't serve pit stop penalties by just jumping back. So yeah, I ended up pitting 3 times in this race. Once for fuel, once because I crashed, I needed to get back, and then once again to serve a 30-second penalty. Oh my goodness. But look, these are the things that we learn for next time. And the track temperature is continuing to drop. So you nearly did a 360 at 200 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that's not good. That ain't good. All right, so folks, I think we're going to start wrapping it up for the evening, because no, it's not the evening. What is it? It's the morning. Oh, hold on. I've got coffee here. Let me drink some more coffee. Let's drink some more coffee, man. Yeah, it does. So pit stops do clear the drive-through penalties, but the key thing, Gav, the key thing to be noting about is you can't just click return to garage. To serve a drive-through penalty or a stop-go penalty, you have to actually enter. You have to actually enter the pits. You have to drive into the pits. Probably not today, I'll be honest with you. I mean, look, that was exhausting enough. It's the morning. I feel we've learned a bunch of lessons. I don't want to start forgetting the lessons that we've got because we've done more racing. We can always like, feel free to continue racing now. Like don't feel like you have to stop. I have to admit, I'm pretty exhausted after that, and I have had very little sleep as well. So look, at the end of the day, I'm a little bit tired. We've streamed like 4 or 5 days in a row now, so I'm just going to keep things easy, man. It's not that I couldn't or we shouldn't, but yeah, I'm just honestly just. I'm a bit tired, and I've got a ton of stuff to do today as well. I think we learned the lessons that we needed to learn today, so that's the important thing. That's the really important thing. You felt pretty good? Good, yeah. I mean, you know, this is the thing, was like, you know, whether it's in the evening or the morning, et cetera, then, you know, that's the wonderful thing about a game like ACC, is that so much can affect what's going on. Oh, man. Coffee. But no, we don't really need to do a dry race at the end of the day, because we know that that'll be a lot more consistent, and, you know, it'll be in the dry. We can see everything. The track temp will be up, et cetera. Yeah, but name is, I think everyone's car felt like shit, because none of us could get the tires up to temp. I mean, I literally created a new setup and like cranked the PSIs on my tires, and it still didn't get to 27.5. So we were all running with tires that were pretty cold. I think there's a lot to go into the setup at night in terms of like control and handling. that none of us have done. Like if I was gonna make a legitimate nighttime setup, I would stiffen the rears. I would give it way more roll bar. I would make it so that it felt like the back end couldn't go anywhere, because that's essentially what was happening all the time. Rears felt like ice, didn't want to brake, lol. Sometimes not braking harder can actually be faster. Depends on the corner, right? But no, I think like for a proper nighttime setup, the PSIs need to be much, much higher, the initial PSIs. You need to adjust the pit stop strategies for that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that none of us would have done, which made it all a lot harder going through the race. And also, look, I have to note as well, Namers, I'm not sure what it was, but you and me both just absolutely got off flying. You know, corner 1, 2, 3, Gav and Beaver were already, 10 seconds behind. There was something that was going wrong. Well, I think I'll need to set the initial fuel values at the very least so that everyone starts on the same amount of fuel. Or we tell people you have to fuel to fuel. Or we have to tell people you have to fuel to full for the start of the race. But I can set that in the settings. Mandatory tire change? Yeah, okay. We can actually set that. We can enforce that, Namers, in the settings. So we can force people to change tires. And I think that makes sense. Like one pit stop with a bit of fuel, if you want it, and some tire change. I think that makes it a bit more interesting. That was just you being slow, Techie. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what it was with Beaver then. I mean, admittedly, he had to start from the pits for some reason, which is really, really weird. He shouldn't have had to start from the pits. No, I ended up off the track, Namers, so at that point I was like, yeah, look, you need to go past me. Before then, you were attacking into the corners a bit, like, because I mean, I take wider lines into the corner. You seem to be looking for that gap there, which I was like, if you go for it at any point, we're going to end up coming together. But no, as soon as I was off the track and I'd made that mistake, I can't remember which corner it was. Which corner was that? I can't remember which corner it was. But either way, when I made that mistake, I was like, yeah, no, he needs to just go past because I'm slow. Max Verstappen style, yeah. I wasn't feeling pressured by it, but I was just worried that you were going to dive at some point. Because, yeah, if you had dived at any point, that would have been an accident because, yeah, in this game, certainly on the wheel, it feels much, much better and much faster to go wide and then come into the corner. So there would have been essentially a gap there at all times for someone to slip up in. But, yeah, it was at night. We were on cold tires. I was like, dude, if you dive up any of these chicanes, you are going to murder us both. So I was really hoping that you were just going to sort of stay back, and if there was an obvious passing choice to take it then, in which, when I went off the track, it was an obvious passing choice, so that made sense. I think that actually makes sense on controller namers, yeah. Gav Techie, maybe if you don't hit drive, then you start from the pits. I think that's what happened, Techie, yeah. So I mean, that's why it was good to run the race today. I think that's right. You have to click drive, and then it puts you on the track. So I think it was something that Beaver didn't do in this case. So I'll try and make that much more clear for next race. But we will be doing more test races, so don't worry, guys. Like, this was not the only test race. This was important to test out the session settings, which seem to be good. I would like your feedback, guys, on the length of the race as well. 15 minutes quali. 45-minute races. I think it's good. 2 of those in a day. It's tough, but yeah, I think that's legit. So I want your guys' feedback on all that. But there will be more. There will be more time. There will be more practice sessions like this next week before the official event. Okay, just FYI. Because you tried letting off in the corners and you were just sliding, but I went faster. But if I went faster, it felt way better. Yeah. Well, Namers, there's a couple of, at least from my mind, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, actually, in these cars, getting on the throttle before you hit the apex actually does make you faster. So braking harder and giving yourself more slip angle to turn into the corner, which, if you're in the wheel, you want to induce the slip angle from a wider line. But I can understand a controller because it's much more finicky. So you'd be wanting to aim in to the corner as much as possible, loose off, go into the corner, and then get on the accelerator and go. So you're looking for more angle at the apex on the controller, because I think that's just easier with the stick. That would seem easier with the stick. Like with the wheel, it's much easier just to roll it in, because I can control that slide much easier. It must be very difficult to control the slide on the controller. So that's probably why. If you let off in the corners, you're going to slide. Whereas if I let off in the corner, I can control it and then feather the throttle to get back into it. Oh, Gav Techie, you can't do Sunday mornings. Ah, I see. That's unfortunate. Well, look, I'm still potentially open to changing the time. So I don't know. We'll see. Just out of interest, Gav Techie, if Sundays weren't working for you well, would Saturday morning work better? Just give me an idea of what might work for you, and then I'll try and figure out if there's a way for us to adjust and get you in while keeping everyone else happy. But yeah, no, Gav Techie, honestly, it would be a pleasure to have you along for the tests and all the lobbies that we do in the evening. I will be getting to the point where we're just going to do some fun lobbies in ACC. So in the evening on a stream, it'll be a fun lobby, not an endurance lobby like this. It'll be like, let's go for a 10-minute hurrah around a track, and then just go have some fun. So yes, we're taking it serious at the moment with ACC because it's a serious game. We're trying to seriously learn it, and we're running an endurance series in it. But I will make sure that I run some more fun content in the evening on the server, so that guys like you, Gav, who can't make it on the Sundays can have some fun as well, mate. So I'll make sure I do that, okay? Sliding is insta-death. Yeah. It is like sliding. Well, sliding has got a number of repercussions, right? And it's so much more exaggerated. It will actually. If you guys want, let's just. If you guys want, let's go and do a quick start if you want to. Hopefully someone else can do a start this time, because it was quite a lot of fun. Beaver's actually still in, funnily enough. I'll probably just back off pretty much immediately, but just FYI. Also, the other reason why it's a slightly shorter stream today is I started getting the creak in my wrists again, which means that I need to take a day off. Since we've got the Monza race tomorrow, and then we've got tons and tons of racing to do going forward. So that's another reason why I'm just going to take it a bit easier as well. I don't want to do my wrists in. We've got so much racing to do this month, and then we've got 12 hours of Spa. It's only because I've been driving like every single day, Namers. We had the Monday stream. I played on Tuesday. I played a bit on Wednesday. We had a huge Thursday stream. We've had a Friday night stream. Now we're here having a Saturday stream. We've got another 90-minute race tomorrow. I just need to make sure I'm relaxing the wrists. That's all. I can feel the creaks coming in again. It's like, okay, last time that happened, 2 days of rest did the job. So yeah, I'll probably be taking a 2 or 3 day break before the 12-hour stream, because yeah, I'll need to make sure the wrists are feeling good. Doesn't matter about my pace or anything like that. It just matters about getting around for 12 hours without some pain. For you, evenings are better, but happy to join when I can. Cool. Okay, thanks, Techie. I appreciate it. I really do. My thought is, because Saturday is not going to be a regular stream. Saturday morning is not going to be a regular stream. How cool is that? Yeah, remember to click drive. You've got to be in the actual race, yeah.
Stay double file.
Sorry, for some reason it had me in reverse.
Green line, give it all you got.
Man, those start procedures are hard.
Car on the left, 3 wide.
Ah!
Line damage on the front of the car. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You guys go for it, because I can't. I just don't want to. Just don't want to push the wrist. That's all. I love this game though, guys. Honestly, ACC is absolutely a jam, man. Very, very difficult game, but man, when you get it right, it's a thing of beauty. It really is. Yeah, okay, I'm getting creaked, so I'm just going to go to the pits, guys. You guys go for it. But I will also reset this back to the Zolder daytime test situation pretty soon. So after we're done with this, later in the day, I'll reset this back to Zolder daytime for the practice lobby. And that way everyone can practice and continue. I love how just doing even one of those races actually really bumped up our safety rating and stuff. That's really, really cool. One lap shootout? I won't, mate. I won't, because I'll damage my wrists doing it, dude. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I will end up doing some damage, and then I won't be able to do tomorrow very well. So, no, I'm just not gonna risk it with the wrists, mate. Just not gonna risk it at all. But thank you guys. I really appreciate with all the feedback today. I think the conclusion is we need to go back to the dry. Nighttime is not something we're ready for yet. It's just too difficult for too many people. So we're gonna go and change that up. I'll put some information in the Discord. And I'll get the lobby reset as well for the time trial. Gav, Techie, you've got some stuff to do now, so catching you next time. Cool. Thanks for tuning in, Techie, and thank you for helping us test. I really appreciate it, dude. So take care, mate. We'll see you next time, Gav. Thank you again, and have a good rest of your weekend, bro. Car still feels terrible, even though I am setting good times. Yeah, that's interesting. But, I mean, look, at the end of the day, the car feels terrible because we've got terrible temperature. I mean, we're at 13 degrees track temperature. It's very, very cold. So, thumbs up, Gav. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. I've got a ton of stuff to do today, but we'll get through it. But, that was good fun, though. I enjoyed that. We know what it's going to look. Tires were warm, but not great. Yeah, I mean, they need to be at 27.5 psi, or you're not going to get full grip out of the car. If not hotter than that, with the colder track temperature. It's all these variables that we don't know about yet. Oh, I don't suppose are you out doing donuts? Are you? Oh, man. Okay, well, we'll probably start wrapping up the stream, folks. I think we've been going for just under 2 hours. Excuse me. I'm still really tired. Still just been going for a couple of hours. It's a good little test. Oh, agreed, dude. The AMG just sounds amazing. I still think the McLaren sounds better on the inside. Like, I think when you're in the McLaren, it sounds better. But from the outside, the AMG is just chef's fucking kiss. Inside, I prefer the McLaren sound. It just sounds so much brutal. Can I wait 15 minutes? Yeah, we can wait 15 minutes. I'm not fussed. What's the wait 15 minutes for? I'll get rid of these gloves now, actually. I actually need to go and... Ooh. What I can do is we might jump into... Oh, you want to see if it sounds good? Oh, 1.5 minutes. Right, sorry. No, that's all good. That's all good. I'm probably going to load up GD7 quickly and load up the new Monza settings. So anyone who wants to practice for Monza can grab those settings from the lobby quickly. And then we can also just check when the next race is being set up as well. So we're just going to go and jump quickly into GT7 once you've had a little test of that sound. It sounded gorgeous, mate. Sounded gorgeous. But yeah, I want to just quickly on stream for everyone. I want to go through GD7, just make sure everyone's aware of what's coming up, what's next, because there are events happening at the moment. They are happening basically every day for the next week. Small 40 seconds. Yeah. Really cool to see our safety rating go up. I'm really happy about that. What's the CC? Consistency. What are these numbers here? Yeah, that race was fun, Namers. I agree, dude. Yeah, couldn't agree more. I wish I didn't make that mistake, because that wouldn't have put me behind, but I was expecting at some point later in the race, because I was just kind of just hanging behind you at that point. But then, unfortunately, I had a couple of distractions. We had to ban some people. This is the AMG sound. CC, I don't know what CC stands for. That's what I want to know. CC is 96 to you. Nice, dude. Nice. I think mine keeps going up a little bit. Bro, you've just done an Austin Powers. I hope you realize that. I hope you realize that's an Austin Powers. Come on, now you can turn around. I'm well out of the way now. All right, let's not muck. I'm not going to muck around on track. That's no point doing that. What am I getting? I'm getting texted by someone. I need to go check that. ACC ratings explain. Car control. Ah, that's what CC rate is. So you've got track competence. That's the. Hold on. Track competence is the TR. Okay. Then you've got. Then you've got consistency rating. So CN is the consistency rating. Okay. And that's drive 2 clean laps on anything, measures your ability to drive in a repeatable fashion. This is not in ranking your pace. Yeah. Then there's car control rating, CC. Yep, legit. Then pace rating. Okay. Right, so you have to complete special events. That's the competition events. Yep. Safety ratings like I rating, yada yada. That's all going up, which is great. And I can't see it there yet, but there's also racecraft rating, RC. But we don't have that yet because we haven't participated in competition. And there's also competition rating. Wow, there's a lot. There is a lot. You got disqualified? Yeah, I'm not surprised. You were driving the wrong way. Yeah, you literally got disqualified. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna exit that for now. And I think I'm gonna Lamau, dude. Yeah. All right, let me just quickly go and reset this back to the practice lobby. So the server's about to go down again, folks. But generally what I'll do for the next series is we'll just use the settings we've got from this one and yeah, we'll go ahead. Come on, restart the server. Go on. Not sure what's going on right now. Very weird. Yeah, you did, like I said, you literally did an Austin Powers. No, F1 didn't really happen. I think, you know, I want to do GT racing. I like this kind of racing. So when the Formula 1 2022 came up, it just, you know, it was like staring down the barrel of another very long lesson of learning. And to be honest, I love watching F1. I love everything about it. But, you know, F1's a very, very high skill thing. And I'm just not, you know, I want to be able to, without spending potentially years getting good at it, actually be able to have some fun and race against people. So at the moment, ACC is much, much more accessible, as well as GD7, than getting into F1 2022. I just don't know how to drive those cars at all on any of the tracks, and it's going to take a long time to get myself up to speed. So no, it didn't really happen. No, it didn't. We had all our plans. We were going to do double championships and everything, but with my schedule, with the way that things are, with the way that the stream needed to happen, it just didn't work out, unfortunately. It really didn't. Bit of a shame, I agree, but, you know, unfortunately, that's just what happens sometimes, right? Okay, I'm just restarting the server now. Server restarting. Yeah, and it's tough to find that consistent time when you've got, you know, with the job that I've got at the moment, with the stream and everything, I had that burnout, and yeah. It's just very, very tough to get it all consistent. And even honestly with ACC and GD7, even that is that's a lot of effort to be learning 2 games. But I feel like I'm at the point now, I mean, what do you guys think? I feel like I'm at the point now with GD7 where I don't really need to go and invest time training on it. Like, yes, I could go and learn cars and track combos and get much better at those, but I can invest X amount of time and get X better now. Whereas before, I'd have to invest X plus Y plus Z to get to X in GD7. Whereas now it feels very natural. I can just jump in. I can do the things. I'm relatively quick regardless. You think 2 games are enough? Yeah, I think 2 games is plenty. I mean, I play Rocket League as well, but I just play it casually. You know, I'm like a... Yeah, it's really weird on Rocket League. I'm getting really pissed off with this, but like I consider myself to be like a low to mid diamond player at best. Like I'm not super, super great in the air. I don't hit every single ball. I don't have the best strategy compared to others, but every time I go into the damn casual lobbies, I win casual lobbies so much that my MMR is putting me with champs and grand champs. And I'm just like, and then I'll get like hit up by like, you know, dude, like, why'd you miss that? You suck so much. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally a diamond player. And you guys are literally champs and GCs. What are you, like, I'm sorry if I got matched with you guys, but that's not my fault. I'm sorry I'm not that skilled. You haven't touched Rocket League in like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, I did a huge grind on it last year. Huge grind. It was about 3 or 4 months of it. Because I got really pissed off. I was like, I'm just pissed off that I can't do these mechanics. I can see how they happen. I know and understand what needs to happen, but I'm also a keyboard mouse player. Namers, I imagine you play Rocket League on controller, right? I get the feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That's what that trophy reminds me of. Right, we're just gonna jump over to GD7 and just check out a few things just to round up the stream, but yeah, so I'm a keyboard mouse player, dude. I play with WASD, Q, and E. It's very, very difficult to be able to do, like, some of the mechanics. They're just so unintuitive. Like, speed flipping, like, it took me like a week and a half, 2 weeks of training just in offline just to get the speed flip down on keyboard and mouse. Now I can speed flip. Well, I tried playing it on controller at a friend's place, and I just sucked, man. I could not understand what was going on. So the choice for me was just, okay, well, I started playing Rocket League with a friend of mine, and we didn't have controllers, so, you know, we just, oh, it's the same one, okay. What? What? Hold on, there's supposed to be a race starting tonight, isn't there? But no, like, apparently now I am apparently fucking, apparently I am a champ level player now on keyboard and mouse, which is pretty good. Definitely not anywhere near grand champ. Like, I'm still really bad. Check your time trial time. It's insane. Nice. Yes, you should join the next race. Yeah, absolutely, dude. See, look, I'm already well out. Like, I'm already out of the gold. I knew this was going to happen. That gold was at a 103.003, and I saw that and went, that ain't lasting. That ain't lasting. Like, I know that there's at least a second and a half that needs to come out of that for a good time. And it felt it in the car as well. It's pretty... Oh, where am I going? Nice. 2-4. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Yeah. Like I said, getting a low 2, I think 2-1 is what we're going to need to get to stay in gold. Just between us, that's what I think we're going to need to get in 10 days to get to stay in the gold, because all these other guys are going to come back. Oh yeah, let's go and do that replay. Yeah, let's go and look at that. Name is, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, just looking at the times now, it's about to drop into the 1 minute flat. In fact, it has V Vendetta. These aren't even the World Series guys. So in like 6 days, that's going to come and that's going to easily be a sub 1 minute. All right. So we're going to need to be doing a 1 minute 1 or a low 2 to get into gold easily. So a lot more work to do on that. It is called T1, T4 Kung Fu. Okay. What? Are you sure? Maybe it's not on the first page. I'll tell you what. Let's do this let's do this the sensible way. Hold on. Or something like that. It's been a decent amount of time. Ah, okay, right. Yeah. In that case, we'll do it the sensible way, which is I go to friends here, and then you should just pop up here somewhere. DDK somewhere. Somewhere. Am I blind? I've probably done a blind, haven't I? Oh no, you're right there. So I go to user page, and then I can go to gallery. There it is. T1, T4. Where's the view? There's view. Let me grab the controller, because then it'll be easier for me to control. And hold on, I need to check something as well. 1 sec. 1 second, folks. And let me put some music on. Let's have some music, eh? I feel like a little bit of city pop or something might be quite fun to have on. Oh, ow. Alrighty. Yes, nice. Controller on. Let's put some music on, eh? I don't know if you guys liked that city pop from yesterday, but I do. There's something about Japanese city pop that I just it's something. I think it's something to do with Gran Turismo actually, because it's very much sort of Gran Turismo style stuff. All right, so what are we looking for? I will be very unbiased, mate. I'll be as unbiased as I possibly can. Sorry, I just had to text someone. It said which lap's in the title. Oh, sorry. It's you said. Hold on. Shit. Yeah, if you could find out, that'd be good. Sorry. Lap 4? Okay, cool. Thanks. Sorry, I just blanking. I've got a friend texting me as well, so. Sorry, it's just me again. I have. Sorry, give me a sec. Sorry, Namers. I apologize. You know when you know how to respond to a text, but you just have to think about how you say it? That's what's happening right now. Or we can just... Good afternoon, Constanoon. All right, this is what Kiwis say. You take your time, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks, Namus. You reread your message 20 times, and I still find an error when you just sent it. That's weird. That's really weird. All right, so we need to get up to lap 4. Sorry, let's get the details out. That's lap 4 here. All right, name is lap 4. We're on board with you. Let's go here. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Okay, is that's the turn 1 incident right there? Yeah. All right, we're going to rewatch that again. That was the part, though, isn't it? So what you're wondering is, was it fair for him to dive, and was it fair to you to push him out after he dived you? Namers. Yeah, I'm going to try and be very unbiased here, but it's very clear, I think, what happened. I'm going to pause it at a particular place. By the way, funny you're racing against an Italian called Max P. Of course. And then also lap 5. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm just here. You're full brake. You're going in a straight line right now. You turn in there. That's where you start turning in, right there. Okay, right. So let's just change the view. So we can get a rear view mirror. Okay, so he's miles behind you. He's a car length behind you. Okay. Yeah, so he's definitely lunging here. You've already started moving in, which means the gap there is gone. That gap does not exist anymore. This is not a gap that you go for in a race. So from his perspective, he's looking at that and going, I can dive down the inside, even though this guy in front of me is going to the right. Like, no, the gap is gone already. If he makes that gap, he's not making the corner. If he makes that gap that you've got there, which, by the way, he shouldn't be turning in like this because he's ruining the exit on turn 2. So it's a dive, it's a lunge. The gap is gone at this point. He's not making the corner properly. And he decides to cut the corner and hit you. Namers, you didn't need to move out of the way for him. You're on the racing line. You had the right there. He had no right to that corner. You're already on the apex when he's trying to get alongside you. Like, just look at this. Just look at this right here. Okay? The gap is gone. You are already turning in. He's actually already cutting the corner. He's on the grass to try and cut the corner to get in front of you. That is not a legitimate direction for going into a corner. So even just like a second before this, he's got no gap. he's going to completely compromise his entry into the corner and ruin his exit out of the chicane. That's not how you do a chicane. If he really wants to overtake you, doing it into the chicane is not the right place here, given how far back he was. What he should have been doing here is trying to stay close to you through the chicane and then getting you on the next straight. I mean, there's a huge straight that comes up there. He should have been aiming for that, but no, he decided... Oh, oops, didn't mean to make that a camera. But no, instead he decides to fly up here and then just... I mean, he is not entitled to that corner. Yo, Cliffy. How's it going, dude? Oh, Cliff. Sorry, mate. Welcome to the stream, dude. As long as he isn't significantly along in the braking zone, the corner is yours. Exactly. That is exactly true. And so check it out. He was mistaken to think that he could make that. He was miles away. Like, he's still... I mean, what, that's 0.3, 0.4 behind? Yeah, so you're turning in just there. Look how far he's back. He's back a whole car. He's back a whole car there, and with the speed that he's going to carry in here, he's totally going to compromise his chicane. He should have been following you through this corner. There is no gap there, because the gap is now gone. The gap is now gone. You're turning in, you're aiming for the apex, and also, Namers, you shouldn't need to be accounting for him, so I'm glad that you didn't try give him the apex, because he didn't deserve it. And look at that, you're on the apex, he's trying to find a gap that is gone. It was gone 20 meters ago, and now he's going to ruin your corner to get his. And look, he's even trying to get into the next apex already. So he's trying to push you off. So you, Namers, you staying and sticking your line here. Look, you can see your steering. Your steering input is all the way that way. It's, get out of here. You just ran me out of the corner. I'm going to run you off this corner because I have legitimate right to the corner before and this next one. 100%. 100%. So look, on that one, wait, I need something for that, don't I? Lap 1, mate. You are innocent as charged, and LRT Mostri is guilty as charged. Guilty as charged, folks. All right. No, you didn't ram him off at the end of the day, but you gave him a good enough nudge there that says, "Hey, you're being a cheeky bastard." Yeah, you just forced him to go slow through the corner. Yeah, that's a fair little, hey, you're trying cheeky shit, don't do it. All right, now you said the next lap was even more eventful. Okay, so he's got a 1 second penalty. You do not have a penalty. But Cliff, you're absolutely right, mate. And Cliff, are you a GD7 player? Ooh, that's a tough one, Namers. That is a tough one. Okay. That's a tough one because he was next to you in that corner, man. He had the inside line there. Just Cliffy or Cliff? Okay, sweet dude, thank you. Cliff, you play GD7? Oh no! What an idiot this guy is. That's unlucky. And no, but you do other racing in other games, yeah. Oh, sorry, you probably joined in here thinking there was going to be a Assetto Corsa Competizione, right? I am so sorry, dude. I need to go and update that. I'm not actually streaming for very much longer. I was ending the stream already. We were playing some Assetto Corsa Competizione, and we were testing out our endurance series race. Oh, nah, Synth made you follow. Oh, I see. Oh, Synthomancer is such a good dude. No, that's cool. No, Synth is such an awesome man. He's a good dude. Really good Quake speedrunner. My goodness. And he's actually quite a decent driver. He doesn't think he's a good driver. I think he's better than he thinks. Just thought you'd say hello. I appreciate that, Cliff. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hello. I appreciate that. Oh, what is this guy doing? What was that? Oh, what in the earth? Do you see that? I don't know if he was like worried that he was gonna get. But look at this. He tries to do a little. Oh! Oh my goodness! If you're Axel right now, look at this. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you, Cliff. I appreciate that. 100% that's illegal, Cliff. you know. And if that was any closer, so that's the penalty. He goes up the inside. Oh my goodness, no. No. LRT, Mostri, sorry, the Spaniard. Shocking driving we've seen so far. Let's go back to that turn 5 incident with you guys, because this was unreal. If he'd do that in a real race, he would never see racetrack again. Exactly, Cliff. It's literally dangerous driving. It's black flaggable stuff, it really is. Now, this is tricky, okay? So you take the inside there, Namers. You're taking the inside there, that's good. All right, you go in and you give this guy space, all right? This is all good, this is legit, right? Now, you've given him space here as well. So at this point, Namers, you've done this pretty fairly, as has he. Mustri has done this absolutely fairly. He's taken the space that you've given him. He's not tried to ram you out of a corner or try and force you, mainly because you're in the right space. But yeah, you need to be able to turn in here, which means that he needs to be much harder on the brake at this point and turning. But just look at the angle. He's not even turning the corner at this point. He's just forcing you wide. Now, did he make a mistake? Maybe. But I would quickly refer you to a couple of things in terms of his steering and his braking. This is all good. This is all good here. Right here. Okay, so first of all, look at this. At this point, still no braking. All right? Now, I'm just going to go to you very quickly, because you're starting to turn in quite a lot. Like you've got 180, you've got 90 degrees on the steering wheel here, right? LRT is kind of not. Look, he's up the other direction right now. That's interesting, isn't it? You see that, Namers? You see how he's in this position right now? He's actually turning towards you. Now, that's fine. That's actually legit. As long as he instantly goes back that way. Let's see. Yes, but he's not on the brakes a lot. He's not on the brakes a lot there. And that's the problem. The problem is that he didn't brake enough. Now, is that on purpose? I can't tell. I can't tell you if that's on purpose, because it could be a very unfortunate mistake of his. But he should have been braking earlier into that, because he's not making the apex at all. Well, he's made the apex, but he's not making the corner. It kind of was a straight line there. And it looks a lot like how he got slowed down last lap. Now, if I was frustrated, drove a little bit faster, got a penalty, and then had a chance to do the same to you as you did to him last thing, even though he doesn't realize at this point that what you did last time was legitimate based on the fact that he nearly took you out, I think he's having a little bit of revenge here. Because even at this point, there's no attempt to brake and to... There's no attempt from Mostri here to brake and to adjust his line to give you the space that you gave him. So he's not trying to play fair fiddle here. I think there is a little bit of a, I can get away with this. Because look at this. I mean, there's no attempt to get on the brakes a little bit more, to close up that angle, to give you the space for where you need to be. And see, he goes right to the edge there. He takes the corner as if you are not there. Yeah, absolutely, Cliff. Too right, dude. Yeah, Namers, you gave him all the space. This is tilt driving, 100%. He's tilted. He's angry, he's frustrated at himself, and he's pushing all of that frustration onto you, Namers, and he has done this pretty egregious move. It was a really nice entry, like, I gotta admit. This is really nice. The first part of this is really legit. You cover off the inside, you force him on the outside, you both give... Well, he gets given space, and he takes the space, but here, he just decides to go full arsehole and just give you no space. I mean, you gave him space to give him the inside there, and he gives you no space to have the outside, even though he can get out of that corner and still be ahead of you on the inside. So, I don't know. I think that's poor driving from him. Then he makes a huge fuck-up getting out of the corner. But absolutely, Cliff, I couldn't agree more. You ended in the 7th. This is where things get dodgy, guys. This is where the tilt... Like, the previous one could still be an accident. This is unlucky. This is really unlucky here. So I want you guys to note something. That, right there,
he is spinning. All right? There is nothing he can do. He has gone too wide. You haven't pushed him wide. You haven't touched him at all. He's still got plenty of space. I don't know why he went this wide. But what has happened there? This is a racing incident, this one. Yeah. This is absolutely a racing incident, this one. At that point, he forced you to compromise your line. Just take the better exit and try again in the next braking zone. Yeah, absolutely, Cliff. That's right. Yeah. Oh, I want to get out of the photo, please. So this is really unlucky because he gets on the grass there. He hits the brakes. You know, I can't see someone doing that on purpose. And then he's right into you. And then that's your race over. You're Gonski. You're shadow realmed at that point. At this point, knowing you've just done that, that's when you actually slow down. You got reset. Oh, dude, that's even worse. So it reset you. So at this point, Mostri should be slowing down and waiting for you. If he's going to be a decent driver or a decent person, he should be slowing down and waiting for you. He knows that he's fucked up. He's gone on the grass. He's taken you out. You got reset. He should be waiting on the side of the road, on the right there. But no, he decides to carry on. So, poor form, poor sportsmanship, poor driving from Mostri. It's desperate. It's unnecessary, and this is why I don't do daily racing in GT7 anymore. It's for the racing that is like this, you know? I want to reach the end of the track, not be engaging in this kind of crap. So, yeah, I hate to say it, but in all three of those incidents, Namers, you did the right thing. The last incident is a racing incident. The first incident is absolutely his fault. In fact, I would black flag him for that kind of a dive, or at the very least, some sort of penalty. The second one was very egregious in that you literally got forced off, and he took all the space there as well. So, oh, and then to do that, oh man, that scares me every time I see it. Poor Axel, poor German driver got the fright of his life there. Unreal. I mean, that takes the cake for me. That takes the cake. You're on a penalty, you've been ghosted, and your instinct is to try and hit someone off? Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Oh, because I want to get second place. Get over yourself. Stop ruining other people's days. Seriously. How dare he scare your countrymen? Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, Cliff. It's unacceptable. It's so silly. It's just unnecessary, you know? And for what? A couple of points in the DR system? You know, the willingness for people to want to ruin people's day just to get a win or a second place. I mean, what the hell? He's already fucked me off 3 times. What about 4? Yeah, well, it is 4 now. It is, you know, this guy drove poorly. Look, I don't want to have a go at people, but when it's, you know, fists out, I'll do anything and I'll race any way that I want to get a win or get a second place. That kind of racing doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, Cliff. Look, it is virtual cars at the end of the day, and GT7 is more of an arcade game. That's just the truth. It's more of an arcade than it is a sim. So I don't blame people for, you know, engaging in behavior like this, but it frustrates me. It definitely frustrates me. It's frustrating to see it, let alone to have that, to experience it. So, yes, should we be getting too upset about it? No. No. Should we be having a go at this guy? No. For goodness sake, don't have a go at people. Unless it was like really, really egregious, like purposeful. But I think it was, you know, it was on the side. It was enough on the side of innocent, innocent but slightly malicious is what I would call it. But no, yeah, moving like that on the high-speed straight, you know, that's how you really take people out, and that's just don't do that. Don't be that guy that tries to block someone when you're serving a penalty. When you're serving a penalty, move to the side of the road, get out of the way, and get up to speed before you move back into the racing line. You know, what you'd do if you were driving a normal car, you know? Or, you know, imagine you're the owner of a $3 million race car. Would you want your driver doing crap like that? No. But then again, look, again, it's a game. It's a game. I have I have a problem with making things feel way too realistic. So I take things very, very seriously, and I take I take racing seriously. That's why I wish GT7 had that to it, but it just doesn't have that, unfortunately. So, Cliff, I do regular Assetto? Yes. So we do regularly do Assetto Corsa. We do endurance races every second Sunday in Assetto Corsa. So they're like, we do 2 races, 45 minutes in Assetto Corsa. They are worth points. It's part of a season. So we do half the season is in GD7 doing endurance on Sundays. And then half the other season is doing ACC, like a Pro Series versus AM. It's called the Endurance Pro-Am series. So we do that. But I'm going to be doing more and more Assetto Corsa Competizione. So yes, that will be quite a regular occurrence on my stream, because as much as I love GD7, I love the content, but I won't be going and doing much more on this game. Other than, maybe occasionally grinding a few sport races that I'm interested in, and the time trials. Holding fun lobbies is a big one for us. So I love to hold community lobbies. I love racing with you guys. It's much more fun. We get to choose our own races. I much prefer that. So fun lobbies in ACC and GD7, as well as the Endurance Pro-Am series on the Sundays, which is a bit more serious. And then in between there, covering patches, holding fun lobbies, doing events, things like that. That's generally it, yeah. Yo, Wizard, how's it going, man? Good to see you, dude. How's your day been so far? Name is Road Atlanta is still a race we got to do. Yeah. Well, I have already done. Oh no, we've done it a little bit, but we need to do a lot more. We need to do a lot more. I'm thinking second season of Endurance Pro-Am. We'll do a stint at Atlanta, but we'll do some fun races in there in the meantime. Like, I think it'd be fun to have a Cosworth race around there. Let's all get our Ford Cosworths. It's a really fun track, agreed. It's a great track. I mean, it's a really good addition to GT7. So for that reason, I'm really happy with that. I'll open those later. We need to answer the question. Let's just see what the question is. And then I think I'll be signing off for the day, folks. We're not going to be going for... I've really gone longer than I wanted to. Almost done 3 hours. Yeah, crikey. I didn't want to do 3 hours. All right, what's the question? The Repar Charge gives drivers a second chance at a place... Who took the last spot coming in third? Well, I don't know. I'll go and watch it and I'll find out. Others. Ugh. So make sure you answer that today, folks. It's worth a six-star roulette ticket for parts. Always worth grabbing. But please make sure that you go and grab the Cosworth. I think we're going to be using this, so make sure you get the Sierra Cosworth. It's an awesome car. It's like livery gold, and it's not even that expensive. Okay. There is a rad LMP1 Orica mod on Race Department that you should check out. Less power but more grip. Oh, okay. So Cliff, maybe. So Cliff, do you mean for ACC? I'll try and Google for some of this now. That's interesting. I haven't heard any. I don't quite know if I understand. Race Department. Rad LMP1 Oreca. For regular Assetto Corsa. Ah, right. I see. Okay, so I have Assetto Corsa Competizione. I think I have Assetto Corsa. Yeah. Okay, noted. Yeah, thanks for that, Clef. Yeah, noted. It sounds like a good bit of fun. Assetto Corsa really does sound like fun. Need to try play OG Assetto Corsa with mods. It's really fun. Okay, well look, I'll make a mental note and I'll write a sticky note of it as well. I'll see if I can get that going as well. Because if it's good fun, then why not? All I want to do is get better at driving, folks. I want to have fun driving with the community, and I want to get better. AC is horrible on controller. ACC is quite decent with it. Okay, yeah. Well, ACC's got a bunch of really good steering assists for controller. I was reading through the list of them because I was reading through the list of the controller ones to try and figure out what they all did. But the controller on ACC's got a ton of really interesting, like steer. They've got steer assist. It's got It's got a ton of stuff. It's quite cool. The counter steering is very nice. Ah, interesting. Wizard, you've got 200 hours of Assetto Corsa on PC with controller. Dude, nice. You got to get the settings right on AC, I see, yeah. I see, Wizard. Okay, yeah, interesting. Epic, Cliff. Yeah, well, that's much appreciated, my dude. I'll tell you what, Cliff, and everyone else who is on the stream, if you haven't jumped into the Discord, if you jump onto that link right there, it'll give you all the links to my Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, PlayStation Network IDs, the schedule for the stream, and the Discord for our Kung Fu community. So if you want to put any of that in there, Cliff, into the Discord community, that would be much appreciated. If you you will get struck down. Sorry, Cliff, you will get struck down. So your best bet is to jump into the Discord or message me directly on Discord. Right? So my crazy good Kung Fu hashtag 9117. So if you want to just add me directly, if you don't want to be on the Kung Fu, sorry, crazy good Kung Fu hashtag 9117. There's a spelling mistake in it. Sorry. So either direct message me directly, Cliff, or jump into the Kung Fu community and you can message it there. Jim Clark's car on a modern track, that'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. But that's cool, yeah, no, if Assetto Corsa provides us some fun, I'll definitely be keen for it. Yeah, the wrist is starting to creak up a little bit, so I'll go and rest a little bit. Cliff, time zone. So I'm in New Zealand time zone. So I'm UTC, or I'm GMT plus 13. I think it's currently plus 13. Yeah, it is, because daylight saving. So yeah, Cliff, I'm GMT plus 13. Auckland time zone. Auckland Pacific plus 13. In terms of the schedule, the link I just dropped has a schedule as well. It's a Google Calendar, which means that it'll adjust to your time zone. So, yeah, because you're in Germany, right, Cliff? I'm just assuming since you said your compatriot was in the race was a German, so I figured you're in Germany, which is about 12. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so Nemes is actually in Holland, so you guys are pretty close there. I was actually born in England, so I was born in London. So I'm just over here at the butt end of the world because my parents are Kiwis. But also New Zealand is awesome. New Zealand is awesome. Yeah, okay, you are in Germany, Cliff. Nice. Awesome, dude. What part of Germany are you in? Berlin, or are you south, north, east, west? Nemes, you're quite close to Zandvoort, aren't you? Is that, whereabouts in Holland is that? Yeah, I always, yeah. Netherlands. Oh my God. No, don't even start me on, don't even start me on my Northern European knowledge of countries. I think I can list them all out, but I'll make embarrassing mistakes. It's on the coast, Nemes, yeah. Near Wolfsburg, where VW is from. Ah, Cliff, very cool. And Jägermeister. Ah, cool, dude. Okay. Very nice. So, yeah, no, there's not a huge distance. I mean, it's Europe, so there's not a huge distance between anything, really. It's in the upper third of the country. Okay, yeah. So, wait, so Berlin is in the upper third of the country. No, Berlin is more central, isn't it? It's like northern but central. It's like central but northern. Slightly northern, right? Man, honestly, my geography is terrible. I need to buy like a world map. I'll put like a world map here. This is why I have bar here, because I couldn't remember all the names of the corners, guys. So that's why I've got, now I can list it out. Now if I forget, I can be like, oh yeah, it's Blanchemont. Germany is a 1.5 hour drive from where you are. That's pretty close, yeah. It's about 200 kilometers west of Berlin, yeah. Northeast, east-west. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. You kind of got like the west of Netherlands, and yeah, okay. It's pretty close. which is pretty far to the east of the country. I was going to say, that is right on the border, right? That's right on the border with the country that is on that border at that location. Look, I'm sorry, I'm here in New Zealand now. We're surrounded by water, you know. So when someone says, cool, what's the neighboring country to New Zealand? I just go, ha, 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 nothing. And that's the way we like it. And that's with a bit of illegal speeding. All right, Namers, yeah. I was going to say, is that legal, like legal speeding? Oh, a bit of legal speeding. Legal speeding meaning Autobahn, right? Cliff, from Berlin to Poland, it's about 80 kilometers. Wow. That's nothing. Wow. I mean, this is the thing that always gets me about Europe. I just never... It's hard for me to imagine how close things are together because, you know, it's a 4-hour ferry ride for us to get between the two islands in New Zealand. It takes an hour to fly between the islands. Well, it takes, technically, if you go direct point to point, it's like 15 minutes. But, yeah, we just, at these smaller distances... Oh, legal speeding still in the Netherlands. Well, that's not legal then, is it? That's illegal. If it's not Autobahn, then it's not legal. Oh, piss off, you YouTube bots. Piss off. Well, I just need to go to YouTube real quick and sort that out. Bloody hell. Sorry, I'm just reporting some bots. Oh, so annoying. With an hour flying in, you'd be in France, I think. Yeah, you might even be on the southern border of France, actually. Cliff, are you doing ACC on PS or PC? So ironically, I've got ACC on PC, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 4. Whoops, let's mute myself because that's my stream. So currently our server, so I actually have a 24/7 lobby server that I run. So anyone can join that if you're on the PlayStation 4 version. He's rich. No, I got it all on sale. Hey, I know this place. I've literally driven here. That's New Zealand, by the way, guys. That is legit New Zealand. So that's in the South Island. Beautiful. You can see all the yellow tussock. Yellow tussock on green, sort of bare, barren things. That's absolutely New Zealand, hands down. So no, Cliff, sorry, to answer your question, mate, we do ACC on PlayStation 4 at the moment. So not on the modern 1.8 version of the game, sadly. I know that they're not going to upgrade that. Once more people in the stream have PlayStation 5s or have a PC version, then we might switch. I would much prefer to play the PC version, mainly because it's a little less stressful in terms of the settings, in terms of the server, etc., etc. So look at that, 2013 coronation of a new king in the Netherlands. There you go, Queen Beatrix. Name is one day you'll go to New Zealand. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the escapes for New Zealand are all countryside stuff. They were like, yeah, no, Wellington, Auckland, Christchurch, Dunedin, Invercargill. They're not getting any kind of showtime. Real shame, actually. It would have been really nice to have some scenes from like Queenstown or Arrowtown, like somewhere in the South Island with some... I mean, go to Arthur's Pass. It's beautiful there, man. It'd be a perfect place for some cars. And I know because my grandfathers used to drive their cars flat out, little mini turbos, around those places, you know? There's a huge, huge wealth of car history in New Zealand. Most people don't really realize it. I mean, Bruce McLaren was a Kiwi. He was a New Zealander. New Zealand used to have a Grand Prix for Formula One. The Formula One used to come here in the 50s and the 60s. We had Lady Wigram Airstrip, which was a Formula One track. And then we had one up in near Taupo as well. So we had 2 Grand Prix in New Zealand, you know. You were there at the new Queen thingy? Oh, cool. Cliff, you know what a Nissan Zafiro is? I've heard of a Zafiro before, but I can't recall exactly. I can Google it. Oh, legit. Yes. Okay, I do recognize it. Yeah. Yeah, Cliff, that's right. New Zealand still does have that. We've what does it run? It runs at not at Ruapuna. Highland Park, I think it is, isn't it? I think it runs at Highland Park. I know we've seen Liam Lawson do some laps in it in a Super Formula car. Sorry, Formula 3 car, yeah. Absolutely, Cliff. Yeah, it still happens, but the big ticket items, Formula 2, Formula 1, that's not happening in New Zealand for quite a few decades, unfortunately. You just know that it was a giant fucking party. Nice. Netherlands know how to do it. I mean, you know, the Brits, we sent off the Queenie, we sent off our Queen Elizabeth II this year. It's pretty amazing to see, you know, it was something like a 15-mile queue through London. Right, you know, millions of people lined up to go and, you know, give their respects and to walk silently through there. It was just had such an aura. Really was incredible. It's just a 4-door Nissan from the late 90s. Joke is that none of them are in Japan anymore since they're all wrapped around light poles in New Zealand. That's so true, Cliff. Fuck, man. Yeah, dude, like that's so true. Like I legit recognize this car so much. I've got a couple of pictures of it up here. This is like the boy racer car 101. Like you either buy this car because you want to soup it out on the cheap and crash it into a light pole or a tree, or you want to not spend money on a car with something that's, you know, less likely to get stolen. Unfortunately, people will still steal the Zafiro because they can tune it up for shit all and then wrap it around a light post. I hate to say it, but that is a serious problem in New Zealand. We have a boy racer problem. We also have a police chase problem as well. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. People, you know, we've got young kids that are driving driving their friends into light poles. It's just, oh man, it breaks my heart, guys. But the one thing that I can't tolerate is, you know, dangerous driving on the roads around the public. You just don't know what's there. On a track, you can go as fast as you want. You can make as much risk as you want within reason. But on the actual road, when you're driving amongst other people, other families, other kids, a car on the public road is a weapon. It's a 2-ton gun. I feel like people don't think about it like that. It's a 2-ton gun with 100 kilos of fuel in it, an engine, and young and old families and bodies and people. Safety first, guys. Get home first. Then worry about how fast you were going, you know? Make sure you get home and everyone else on the road around you gets home. Sorry for being so passionate about that, but, man, I've had my fair share of close calls on the road, and I've done a fair share of stupid things on the road. It's not worth it, man. It's never worth it. I could have been millimeters away from accidents for all I know. I don't know. You just don't know. So it's always a safety first approach. You don't want to be going home in a fucking ambulance, you know, and then your family has to deal with the repercussions of that. And then the court stuff. And then, you know, I love motorcycles, dude. I love motorcycles. I want a motorcycle. My dad said, while I'm alive, you're not getting a motorcycle. And I said, okay, I won't. And I know why, because he knows that if I'm on a motorcycle and if I have one misjudgment, I'm dead. And he knows that because he used to drive motorcycles. So, yeah, you know, fair. Safety first. Get home first. Make sure you get home. You know, transport is good, but it's about, you know, it's about the journey, not the destination. It's not about getting to the destination as quick as possible. It's about the safety on the journey. So, anyway, rant over. Mostly due to illegal mountain road drifting. Yeah, Cliff, absolutely right. There's, especially in Christchurch, there's a place in called Akaroa, and it's a whole bunch of really amazing mountains, really crazy roads, up and down, really, really tight. I've nearly been hit by, I think, actually, it was a Zafiro on that road. They were like half drifting around a corner. They missed the corner, ended up on my side of the road, and if I hadn't slammed on the brakes, you know, quick enough and realized what was going on, we would have been hit off a cliff. And they would have come with us. But luckily he had just enough control. But he was going like 80, 90 kilometers around a blind corner when there's a cliff there. And if he had lost control, he would have hit us, and we would have been off that cliff, and we would have been severely injured, if not dead. Very scary road. Came with a GTR engine. Really, Cliff? Oh, dude. Yeah, GTR. Wow. Yeah, it's too powerful. Too powerful. And while we're at JDM Cars, there is a recreation in Assetto Corsa of 150 kilometers of Tokyo's highway, the place where street racing was born in Japan. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that would be fun, admittedly. It's just losing control at high speed on a place that has barriers on each side. Very scary. Wizard, one of your mates is a Safiro, maybe had, perhaps. Yeah, probably a had. But, hopefully he's taking care of it and he's driving safe. That's the thing. Name is, since the weirdest cars have the worst drivers. I don't know. I mean, well, actually, no, that's in a way, that's fair. You know that box car that Suzuki or some Japanese, I think it might have been Toyota or something. There was like a box car that just looked like a straight-up cardboard box. That legitimately was owned by the most aesthetically disillusioned people ever. Like the Nissan Cube, that's exactly it, Cliff. Thank you. Yes, the Nissan Cube. No, okay, I'll give you my opinion on this one. Ugliest car ever designed. Ugliest car ever designed. I felt like the people who bought that car do not have an aesthetic eye. And the people who drove it were terrible drivers as well. So I'd be there being like, man, that's an ugly car. Who the hell would buy that? What the hell? And then they'd pull some move in front of me, and I'd be like, what the hell? Like, it's a shit car. It's a shit person. Everything's shit about it. It's a shit box. It's a literal shit cube. Name is, technically you did have a motorcycle accident. We had it right away. Guy was looking on his phone while entering a roundabout and just T-boned us. Yeah, name is, that's the thing, right? On motorbike, like in a car, if someone else makes a mistake, you've got a pretty decent chance of coming away from that okay, because you've got a car, you're wrapped in metal. On a motorbike, if someone makes a mistake and hits you, you do not have anything. It is the road and their bumper, and that's terrifying. Yeah. What about the Fiat Multipla? Fiat Multipla, I haven't seen that. Let me just Google that. Oh yeah, no, I know the Multipla. No wonder I never memorized it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm closing that. Yeah, oh dude, no, the Fiat Multipla. Oh dude. There's only one thing that could be worse than a shit cube box car. And that's a shit cube box car with some alien-ass eyes on it in a not boxy shape. Yeah, that Multipla is 100% ugly. Oh man. Ugh. Your dad did amazing keeping the bike upright. Yeah, absolutely. No, name is, that sounds like he saved both your bacon, to be honest. And this is the whole thing, like it's illegal to be distracted while you drive. I get exhausted when I drive because I'm 100% focused, people say that I'm the worst and the best person to have on a road trip. Why? Because I'll get you there 100% safely, because I will spend every waking moment of that 6-hour drive hard focused on the road and safety, making sure we all get there safely and comfortably. But it also means that I don't talk for 6 hours straight. And when I stop driving, I'm exhausted. I'm a wreck. So I'm not sociable at all. So that's how it works for me. But that's why I have to admit, like, doing streaming is very challenging for me, guys, because if I want to get good times in, I'm not going to be talking at all. But, I'm an entertainer on this stream here, so you're not just here to watch me hard focus and race. You're also here to engage and talk. So I've got to be following conversations, and, I'm still spending 40–50% of my brain power is having to go to reading chat, focusing on the conversations, etc., etc. It is very, very distracting. Wow, that's a great shot of the concrete wall. So, at some point, maybe I'll get a bit better at it, but at the moment, it really is a challenge to drive fast while also talking and having all these conversations. It's a real challenge, but it's a huge distraction, I cannot drive to my fullest if I'm talking. That's just the truth. And you guys would have seen it earlier as well. Like I dived off course a couple of times, etc., because I was talking. Your dad barely saw it and sent it with 100% throttle for a second, so you had a chance to escape, but it just hit the side and started shearing off the exhaust. Okay, well, that's lucky. Your dad did really well to hit the accelerator there. That got you out of trouble. You know, this is what I tell people as well. I said, you know, I tell people, I've had a few people, say to me, oh, you know, you should always slow down in a dangerous situation. I said, no, that's not actually necessarily the right choice. You really got to be careful. You've got to consider the situation, because if your dad hit the brakes in that situation, you would have been T-boned 100% and you wouldn't have stayed up. With him blipping the throttle to get out of the way, you know, going faster to get out of the way, to get out of a situation is just as legitimate as hitting the brake to stay out of the situation. You know, I had a few people complain once, oh, you're overtaking too quickly. I'm going, no, the faster I can overtake, the less risk there is for oncoming traffic, for the person I'm overtaking, for the people behind me. The faster I overtake, the better it is. I don't give a shit about, as long as I'm overtaking safely and I've got the gap, I will go as fast as I need to get that overtake done as quickly as possible. I'm not going to be sitting there hanging on the brake or, you know, hesitating and things like that. You need to make a decision. You need to go fast. You need to get through that corner as long as you've got the control or that overtake to reduce the amount of time that you spend on the other side of the road or, you know, whatever, right? Cliff, you don't even do racing, but I still lose it when I'm distracted. Yeah, Cliff, honestly, it's so easy to, right? Legit. Like, it's legit easy to. It's driving takes like, we don't think about it because driving is a subconscious thing, but it really does take 100% conscious effort to do it correctly and safely and cleanly. Saved 2 legs probably. Yeah, Cliff. Yeah, I think so. I think your dad name has definitely saved you both a leg. Yeah, I would have hit a metal sign if he braked. Wow, there you go. You were on a call with a friend, looked to the side and sent your LMP car into the wall. This is exactly it, dude. This is exactly it. And even when I had a couple of questions through qualifying on ACC earlier on, it was just one look up there, because I've got a, you know, this is the screen here. That's where chat is. It's up there. So I have to go from here to there to then get to the right place, read the right thing, figure out which conversation and who it is and what I need to say back, and then come back to the screen. And by the time you've done that, you're in the barrier. Can't wait to get a whole rig and a PC, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely, Namers. Yeah, I think you do need to get that for sure. Get your wheel, a 500 euro bills. Yeah, look, get the bills done, man. It's the first thing is to pay your bills. Always pay your debts and bills, and then everything else can flow from that, right? Like, I mean, look, one of the ways that I have had access to get some gear lately is because I have a really good credit score. And I pay all my bills on time. It's a struggle sometimes. Like, you know, there's been times and months where I've needed to seriously cut down on food, or, you know, I've cancelled other services, etc., etc. Oh, I see what you mean. Right, paper bills. Right, I see. Yeah, get it. I mean, if you've got the cash, get it, dude. Hell yeah. Like I said, credit is a beautiful thing if you get it right, but if you're on the wrong side of credit, it's horrible. And I have been on the wrong side of credit, and I have been on the right side of credit. So I feel like I've got a wealth of experience in that area now.
What I'm doing is just an extension.
Ah, I see. Right, so you've got a bunch of older bills. Yeah, okay. That's interesting, Namers. Okay, folks, I'm really hungry. It's midday. I need to go have some lunch. I need to go for a walk and other things. We've been streaming for 3 hours now, so we're going to wrap it up, folks. But Cliff, Namers, been good chatting to you guys for the last little bit. Wizard as well, you three. Lovely chatting with you guys for this last hour or so. Thank you to Beaver, Gav, Namers for jumping into the test series this morning. I'll publish some results on our findings later today. But in essence, it's quite obvious. We need to be doing daytime races. We need to not go to the nighttime because it's just too much too early. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Now, folks, make sure you enjoy the racing today. Remember, you've got the sports mode, you've got time trials, you've got the simulator up here, you've got to answer the question. There's so much to do in the game. So go and have fun with that, folks. Go and have fun with that. Make sure you're engaging in the content. GD7, this patch is brilliant. Really, really brilliant. They absolutely. Accept your friend request on Discord. Yep, I'll do that right now. Friend request. Pending. There we go, mate. We are now friends on Discord. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And sending through that info, that'd be really cool for Assetto Corsa. Thank you for that. Mate, have fun in the early morning still. Yeah, I know. It's still early. But like I said, I've got tons to do today. You know, watching through GD World Series regional finals for nations. I've got to go and clean the house. I've got to walk down to town to go and do a shop. I've got a friend coming around later as well. We need to go and drive out to another mate's place to go and hang out with him. So I've got a really, really busy evening ahead. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Monza, Group 2.
I would like to think of my music as being just an extension now.
You know what I might do? I'm just...
It's still me, because it's just me.
Yeah, thanks, Cliff. I appreciate that. I'll give you a link to the Discord as well. Oh, no, it looks like you've already just joined, haven't you? Ah, brilliant. Let me give you a role. Just give me a second. Let me give you a role. So you are a Twitch follower and a community member. All right, you should be able to see the rest of the Discord now, mate. Cliff, you should be able to see the rest of the Discord, all the channels, the ACC section, the Endurance Pro-Am section. If you want to be involved in the Endurance Pro-Am discussion, just let me know and I can add the role for Endurance Pro-Am. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave a lobby open, folks. So I'm going to leave the Endurance Pro-Am lobby open, and you guys can jump in if you want to have some practice for tomorrow. I might practice in a little bit as well. But yeah. Feel free to jump in and have a go. I love that we can have qualifying now, dudes. It's so good. It's so good. It feels so good. It really does. You're about to sleep, Namers? Yeah, fair enough. If you want to, dude, you can always jump in and save the settings so that you can load up your own lobby and practice for tomorrow, but up to you. I'll leave this up for a few hours anyway, so... Yo, B Grant 259, welcome, welcome. Is it political to ask if Australian drivers are faster than New Zealand drivers? No, it's not political. No, I mean, politics is a different area, and I would be like, no, like, let's not talk politics on the stream. But it's to do with motorsports, B Grant, so it's absolutely legit. Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Are Australian drivers faster than New Zealand drivers? Let me put it this way. We've had, in the GT World Series for GT7, we've had a New Zealand driver in there consistently in GT World Series, more so than Australian drivers, I believe. Right at the tippy top of the competition. So, and I'm biased. I'm biased because I'm from New Zealand. And I will always say that New Zealanders are the faster drivers. But also, you know, we have guys like Bruce McLaren. You know, McLaren, we own that. That's ours. You can't claim that from us, you Aussies. But in real life racing, in real life racing, well, yeah, look, in real life racing, Australia has been more represented. I think that only makes sense. Australia has a bigger populace, so it's easier to find people that can perform at those higher levels. Danny Rick is a good example, yeah. Mark Webber, good example. So, you know, at the end of the day, Australia has produced more racing stars, but New Zealand's got its fair share. Yeah, Brendan Hartley. Yeah, Brendan Hartley, he's a WEC champion, multiple WEC World Endurance Champion holder. So, yeah, no, that's why I have the P1 GTR here. That's why I race a GTR Nismo with a McLaren livery. I'm a McLaren fanboy, guys. I'm McLaren all the way. As New Zealanders, I claim everything to do with McLaren. It's not a British company. They just happen to have a British holding company. It's a New Zealand company. All right, you're out, Namers. Good stuff, dude. All right, take it easy. Good to see you, mate. Have a good sleep. We'll see you tomorrow, mate. Yeah, absolutely, B. Grant. And Cliff, yeah, Brendan Hartley. We've got Liam Lawson as well. We've got plenty of good talent coming up. I think only in the last few years has it really sort of evolved, right? But then, we've got some greats in the supercars and IndyCar as well, right? We have a monopoly on some of that. So, New Zealand, I don't know. It's a very tricky one, B, Grant. I would say New Zealand and Australia have a very similar performance in motorsport, but I'd say Australia edges out New Zealand just slightly because of the two Formula One drivers that you guys have had, Mark Webber and Daniel Ricciardo. I think because of that, I would say Australia in real life racing probably edges out New Zealand. But again, bigger populace, more chances for people to get into those kinds of things, etc., etc. So mitigating circumstances. New Zealand has Mad Mike. We do have Mad Mike. Yeah, that's right. No, New Zealand's got its fair share. Like, New Zealand's got a really rich history of motorsports. I mean, we used to have Grand Prix here as well, so... So what sim racing is the most popular in New Zealand? That's a good question, B. Grant. I would probably say it's... I'd say it's between ACC... Like the Assetto Corsas, it's between the hardcore sims and the GD7s and things. I'd say probably more people playing the ACC and the iRacing in New Zealand. You know, there's only a few people that race at a high level in GT7. Like, there's literally like 2 people who stream like really, really high level top split kind of stuff in New Zealand. That'd be Lewis A, HC Lewis, and also ASR Atom. In terms of streamers, in terms of actual races, you've got guys like Matt McEwen, you've got Cydorg, you know, you've got a bunch of really, really top racers that don't stream as much. Yes, they're focused on GD7, but it's a very small pool. I would say most people who sim race in New Zealand probably play ACC or iRacing or one of the more serious simulators like R-Factor or R-Factor 2. That's my suspicion. I don't have any hard statistics, B. Grant, to back that up at all. So that's just a total guess. But again, it's based on a bit of logic. So in Australia, again, you've got a bigger populace. You're going to have more people who are less skilled at sim racing, which means that the arcadey stuff like Forza and GT7 are probably played more often. So that's my suspicion. I think there are some leagues in New Zealand. Yes, there are some ACC leagues in New Zealand. I don't know what they are because I've only been playing ACC for about 3 weeks. So I'm still very, very new to ACC. I'm very new to sim racing. I've only been sim racing for 10 months. Sim racing and streaming, basically since GT7 came out. I run an endurance league that is half GT7, half ACC. So I do run a few things in ACC. I know that there are some bigger competitions as well in ACC in New Zealand. But I don't honestly know how they run, where they run, when they run, or if they still run. But almost certainly there will be some leagues in ACC in New Zealand, Grant, yeah. Are you from Australia, B. Grant? But also, folks, I am going to round it out there. I need to go and have some breakfast. It's now midday, so actually it's lunch now. I need to go have some lunch. I need to go chill out. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff to go and do today. So I'm going to start wrapping up the stream. We're not going to raid out to anyone today because I don't think we've got too many people on stream, which is fine. Where's my mouse? Yeah, we only got a few people, so... Yes, the faster drivers country. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, again, the main reason I say that, it's a pedigree thing, right? Now, Australia's got more people, so you've got more people who can play rugby. But New Zealand's got a higher pedigree of racing, of rugby. That's why we're the All Blacks. So we have less people, but they're of a much higher quality. So we still make better rugby teams. So, you know, go figure. It might be something like that where where Australia has, you know, a higher pedigree in the racing, or maybe New Zealand does, and it's just a numbers thing. And if New Zealand had the numbers that Australia did, we would have more top drivers because we're a higher pedigree. We have to be better. That's the thing with New Zealand. That's the small town New Zealand mentality. We have to all be better because there's fewer of us. So to compete on the world stage, we kind of need to like go beyond what would usually be required or what would usually emerge from a larger group of people. So let me allow that. Sorry, B. Grant. Yeah, it's the bot. The bot is insane, dude. My bot is crazy. Maybe the All Blacks should race. Yeah, maybe. They'd be pretty bad at it. I mean, you can just imagine a driver who's 140 kgs and can't even fit in the car. I mean, that would be hilarious to watch. But it's like having a second set of... it's like having a second fuel tank on board. That's what it is. But no, I'm not. I don't have any statistics to back it up. That's just what I think. And if you're trying to get me into the is Australia or New Zealand better kind of thing, you've got to understand that I was born in England, so I don't really give a shit. You're both worse than the motherland at the end of the day. I'm just kidding. But no, look, if you're trying to draw me into it, is Australia better or is New Zealand better? I don't think that way at the end of the day because there's too many factors involved in it. And they're not comparable. You can't really compare two countries and things like that. But look, at the end of the day, I love Australia. Australia has developed some incredible racing drivers. I love New Zealand. New Zealand has developed some incredible racing drivers. That's where it ends for me, mate, B. Grant. But look, thanks for the question. Thanks for the discussion. I appreciate it. Folks, we're going to wrap it up for the day. So, Cliff, lovely to talk to you. B. Grant, lovely to talk to you too. Thank you for jumping into the stream, guys. Really appreciate it. No, you just like the rivalry. Yeah, no, the rivalry is fun, dude. Look. If I'm trying to give you a serious, unbiased opinion, it's neither is better than the other. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. If I'm going into full Kiwi mode, bro, nah, you Aussies suck, dude. Fuck that. Nah, you guys suck. You stole Pavlova from us, man. And you're still claiming that it's yours. All this bullshit. You know, come on. Like, New Zealand's way better, man. What are you guys talking about? We're still thrashy in rugby. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm just kidding. The rivalry is fun, B. Grant. I mean, I think that's the best thing about the New Zealand-Australia relationship is the rivalry. It's very similar to Britain-France, except Britain-France gets pretty bloody personal very, very quickly, whereas in Australia and New Zealand, we just kind of write it off, you know. But I enjoy it. So, folks, yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. I'm not going to raid out to anyone. We're just going to end stream today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Saturday and have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll be streaming again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. I've got the first race of my Season 1 of the Endurance Pro-Am Series. It's AM Series race in GD7 at Monza. This is actually the race here, 90 minutes of Monza. So we'll be doing this tomorrow morning. Yeah, no, it's all good, Cliff. This is exactly what happens every single time I have a stream, because we have interesting people coming to the stream, right? This is half the reason I stream, is to meet interesting, cool, informed, fun, intelligent, decent human beings on chat like yourself, Cliff, like you, B. Grant, like the rest of my followers in the community. That's half the reason I'm on this platform at the end of the day. So, no, I'll end up mumbling and mumbling and mumbling. It's not your guys' fault for making me mumble. It's my fault for mumbling. I'm that guy at lunch who ends up talking for the whole hour lunch, and he doesn't eat any of his food. And everyone's done, they're looking to leave, and I'm still there with holding a knife and fork, looking at everyone talking, and sort of just, you know, and then they'll be like, do you want to eat your food? I'll be like, yeah, I'll eat the food, yeah. This and that and this and that. Like, it's just non-stop, bro. So, happens on your Discord. I say I'm a leave, and then I mumble on for 30 minutes or more. Yeah, dude, exactly, yeah. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. We're the right kind of crazy, man. Or at the very least, we're a similar kind of crazy. And that's all good. Similar kind of crazy, one and the same, right? All fits together. No, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I am going to leave it there. So let me start the old outro, because I do have an outro so you guys can see me here. And I have this lovely music. I love this music. But folks, it was good fun. I'm streaming again tomorrow, 9 a.m. New Zealand time. Hopefully see you guys then. Jump in for a bit of enjoyment. 90 minutes of Monza. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take care, guys. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time, folks. Catch you later. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.